Hi, I'm Tyson Franklin, and welcome to this week's video. I'm titling this one, How to Get Better at Selling. The simple answer is sell more. I reckon that's all you need to do. If you want to get better at selling, pretty much better at anything, you just need to do it on a more regular basis. And I know some people, especially podiatrists, people in healthcare, always say, oh, no, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not into selling. Well, unfortunately, you are. If you want your patients to follow your advice, you must make them understand your advice. It doesn't matter whether you're selling an orthotic or treatment for fungal nails or some other treatment plan you want them to follow, even if you want them to reappoint for another visit. You need to be able to communicate what you need them to do and why it is beneficial for them. And I think part of the problem is some of the beliefs that new and recent graduates have, and even people that have been in the profession for 20 years. I've heard some of them say, oh, no, I'm not a salesperson. You're selling yourself short. What I think you're confused with sometimes, when we've grown up, we've watched a lot of TV, movies, and you'll see the sleazy salesperson on there. And they're selling something to somebody, something that they don't need, and they also can't afford. And then they're stuck with these like repayments that are impossible for them to pay. And we feel sorry for that person in those movies or TV shows. And we don't like the salesperson because he conned them into it. That is not you. Just think of all the podiatry treatment that's basically available that we can offer our patients. Most of it is affordable for the average person in the street. Yes, there are some people that can't afford it. And then you need to make alternative arrangements for them. But for the average person, there's not too many things that we do on a day-to-day basis that they could not afford. So forget about the money side of things. You just need to present the information, because sales or selling is really just about communicating the ideas or treatment plans to a patient and having them understand it and then being able to follow it. I know another belief that when it comes around selling, some people, because you may have had buyer's remorse yourself at some stage, where a salesperson has offered you something and you've bought something that you regretted it a couple of days later. That's not the salesperson's fault. That's your fault. If they gave you the information and didn't all of a sudden, they weren't holding a gun to your head and saying, sign here. If you signed up for something or bought something because they presented it to you and went, wow, this sounds like a great idea, this is something I want, the onus is on you. It's not the fault of the salesperson who actually just delivered the information in a professional manner. And I know some people will say, well, if somebody really wants something, it should sell itself. How is a patient supposed to buy orthotics or understand laser treatment for fungal nails or low-level laser or shockwave therapy? How are they supposed to say yes to that if you do not explain to them how it actually works? So it's up to you to explain this treatment, and so they can actually make an educated decision. And I know sometimes people just think that, whenever the word sales comes up, it's like it's not a noble profession to be selling. That's not the truth. The truth is we all sell. And I always say, if you've ever been on a date with another person and you asked them out and they said yes, you sold yourself. And also, if somebody came up to you and asked you out for a date and you said yes, well, you've sold yourself to them before they even asked you out. So just remember, everything we do in life has some form of sales component to it. It's really about communication. It's not about being sleazy. It's not about selling something to people that they don't need. It's just communication. Keep the lines of communication open and your salesmanship will get better. So how do you sell better? You need to sell more often. You just need to get all the negative side out of your head and just think of all the positives and the benefits your patients will get if they actually follow your treatment plans. Have you get something from that? Talk to you next week. Bye.